Joe! ジョーの野郎。鬼姫が完全にぶっ潰しやがって。
Oh my god. Hello everyone, welcome to Joe Consumes Cinema. I'm your host, Long Journey Ahead, and today we have Ashita no Joe, episode 67. So, I've been kind of in a bad mood these last few episodes just because of, what's happening with Joe. It's not that I'm not enjoying the show or anything like that, it's just that the story right now just has really got me down because I thought we were getting to a place where we were getting past Rikishi's death for Joe, and he was going to, rise to the occasion and then, show us all what's what and, win his fight and, we'd be going towards title shot territory and then, international fights. That's not the route they went with it, and not what I expected. For the most part, I've been able to predict this show, pretty well. Few exceptions here or there. Like Rikishi's death is obviously one of them. Also, that uppercut that I didn't see coming. Brilliant trap. But yeah, Joe is in a strange place right now, and it kind of reminds me of something else. So Roberto Duran, legendary fighter, literally one of the four kings. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy the Hitman Hearns, and Roberto Hands of Stone Duran. Just a legendary fighter, has accomplished so much in boxing, but he too had a major setback that's kind of on par with what Joe is going through right now. So his entire thing was built on machismo, just this idea of being this uber man, the very definition of manliness. And he went up against Sugar Ray Leonard in a rematch and suffered a humiliating defeat. He wasn't knocked out, he didn't lose on the scorecards or anything like that. He failed to come back out after, going to his corner, literally quit on the stool. Famously said, no mas, no more. And it was just a earth-shattering defeat for him because it destroyed the image that he had of himself. And that's a similar situation that Joe is going through, unfortunately. Now, the way back for Duran was pretty drastic, and honestly, I don't think he had much of a choice. His trainer literally took him to jail and just had him fight guys until, he got that killer instinct back. And Joe's sort of doing something similar, this underground boxing circuit, where, I'm pretty confident they're not too concerned with stuff like rules and, it's kind of like the knockout game, borderline that level of it. Not something I want for Joe, and definitely going to be, a very difficult road back for him, but there may be no other way. So, he's got to do what he's got to do, and, this is the path that he's set for himself. It's going to feel weird. Are we just going to follow Joe the entire time? Are we going to check in, on the kids, Dangpei and Nishi, every once in a while, because it kind of seems like they're just going to be in the rear view for the most part. But yeah, no use speculating. We might as well just find out, so let's find out. Tokyo is not a filthy city. A little adventure. Yeah, that's definitely the spirit of things.
そんな無茶な。私は何も矢吹城の頼りだけ運んでるわけじゃないんだから。こいつ、上腕人の手紙なんかどうでもいいってんだな。おい。いや。ケイだ。缶の中に叩き込んじまえ。待って、この野郎。逃げても頭冷やしゃ。
Harassing the mailman because he hasn't delivered any mail from Joe.
Oh, Nishi, どうして?
He's taking down the ring. Ugh.
壊してるんじゃねえ。今のうちにちょっとキャンバスの虫干しをしようと思ってな。
本当にハガキの一枚でも出しちゃいいのにね。
なに、奴のこった。心配することはね。
Quick reminder to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also consider signing up for my Patreon. For $1 per month, you get access to all my exclusive reactions, also a guaranteed movie request. With that, let's get right back to the reaction.
毎日ぼさっとしてても芸がないんでな。手のかかる坊主もいなくなったことだし、また働くことにしたんだ。君たち、気がつかなかったよ。こんにちは。
嘘つけ。俺たちに挨拶なしで通るつもりだったんだな。
もう許さんぞ。今日はノコギリ引きだ。
そうよ。
見てくれ、ハガキが来てんだよ。
Oh, sweet.
ジョーからか。そう、矢吹城からだよ。
俺は今海の見える大アラウという港町にいる。トレーニングは毎朝やっているよ。
Okay, so he's in a port town.
大アラウに行きたいんですが、何番線でやしょう。
大アラウ。
だけど入場券1枚で5人入ろうなんてあいつもなかなか知恵もんだね。
You blew it.
逃げろー。
誰もがみんな
あいつらジョーに会いに行きやがったんだろ。
まさかダンペイさん、あの子たち大洗いまで。
今日の問題はあんたの責任だよ。一体どうしてくれんのさ。
大体ね、一度や二度負けたぐらいでジムを解散した。
Joe's not even here. Dankpei's still getting shit from him.
電車だ。よし、俺についてこい。早く。早く、ほら。
Jesus. Man, that was close. 2 hours by train is pretty far away. You're not gonna walk there. I guess they caught a lucky break here.
どうもありがとうございました。
おじさん、どうもありがとう。
からなら大洗まで走ったって大したことあんめ。おめえらも気ぃつけてな。
There he is.
ジョー
Unexpected, but he's got to be happy about it.
なんだお前ら。
やっぱりここやったんか。お前ら言うたらほんまにバカな真似しくさって。
お、西。
お
I like this.
それ。あらあらあらあらあら。
ジョー、ほんなら元気でな。
あ、おめえもな。
私、帰りたくない。俺だってそうさ。
あばよ。
I guess at least it was a proper goodbye this time. Oh yeah. Okay, I took some time just to gather my thoughts. Episode 67. Not a ton to this one, but I actually did enjoy it, and it kind of like lightened the mood a little bit. So the kids are hounding the postman for like a postcard from Joe that they're supposed to be getting. They eventually get it, and it's addressed to Dankpei, but they intercept it, and it basically says where Joe is. He's at this port city, like relatively close by, 2-hour train ride, and so they get it in their heads that, you know, we can go there, and, you know, they come up with this scheme to get past the ticket counter guy. They buy one ticket and then use it 6 times to, you know, get everybody through. Then they're on the train, they get caught, so they have to jump off the train, and, you know, they're slowly making their way towards the place. It's taken a really long time, like 2 hours by train. If you try to walk that, that'll take like half a day. So, yeah, they're on foot, most of it. They get lucky because they go into this train tunnel, and there's this guy on, I don't know what that is exactly, but like a train trolley thing that, you know, has like 1 or 2 people it can fit on it, but like enough room for all the kids. And that guy takes them pretty much the rest of the way. You know, they get to that port city, Oira, whatever it was called, I forget. Joe, sure enough, is doing his, you know, morning routine running along the beach. So, you know, they run into him there. It's a nice little happy reunion moment, you know, proper goodbye this time compared to, you know, what it was last time. Much more upbeat and, you know, like hopeful, which is a much better, you know, tone than we've struck the previous like 4 or 5 episodes. But yeah, Joe is in the swing of things. You know, Nishi comes to pick up the kids. You know, he knows where they are, so he just takes the van, picks them up. Other than that, we see that Dankpei is, you know, back working construction. At first, I was really concerned that, you know, he was taking down the actual boxing ring just to get rid of it. But no, he just used it as an opportunity to air it out. So it's not gone or anything, and they actually put it back up at the end there. But yeah, not a whole lot to this one. Just seeing what Joe's up to, and, you know, I guess eventually, maybe even next episode, we're going to get to a fight with Joe. But yeah, I'm eager to get to the next one. I'm going to do that right now. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace.